boyspodcast.com. It's a hub of all things boys. There you will find links to our Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and much more. Speaking of boyspodcast.com, we have exceeded our bandwidth for this month, so take a moment, go to our YouTube channel, subscribe there. We're trying to get those subs up. Trying to get them up.
Get them up.
Get them up.
Check it out. Just go to YouTube, search Boys Podcast Oklahoma. Bam, there we are, right at the top. Smack dab in the top of your computer monitor. We'll get the website coming back up soon. I don't know what's happening. I'm really not excited about calling tech support for a website. Doesn't sound like fun. So, yeah. Boyspodcast.com later. YouTube for now.
Boys Podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever you catch your pods. Please rate, review, subscribe, share.
Email us at boys@boyspodcast.com. Shoot us a little feedback, and we'll give you some free stickers.
Thank you to our sponsor, Fat Bison, maker of high-quality wooden signs and other paraphernalia. Check them out, fatbison.com.
Lastly, thank you, listener, subscriber, for the donations, the feedback, the love, for the answering of that weekly question we send out to the ether, and you send us a little love back or a little story.
It's been a lot of fun. Keep it up, guys. Thank you so much. We appreciate you so much. Welcome to Boys episode 119. We are back for another week with a special guest tonight, Mr. Don Data.
Hello.
Or as I like to call him, Don.
Yeah, that's me.
Thanks for coming over, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, dude.
Didn't want to be a nuisance on the internet. Sorry.
Furthest thing from it, man.
Oh, okay.
Totally cool. Yeah, we're just chilling, hanging out, shooting the shit, a little pre-show, shoot the shit, and now we're going to do this. I need to start off the show tonight with some bad news.
Okay.
And man, what a bummer. What a bummer way to start the show. I'm driving home and I get a text from my cousin. And this is like distant family. And my aunt is on her deathbed.
Oh, man.
She's been sick for a while. And I guess she got really, really bad in the last few days. She's staying in Durant right now at a hospice. And I'm going to have to go see her.
How far is that drive?
I don't know.
Is it like an hour and a half away?
I'm guessing Durant isn't super far. A couple hours.
Durant's one of those cities, towns, like living
the
in
big city of Durant.
Right.
My headphones keep going out. Living in Oklahoma, like we have a lot of these small towns that you hear the name a lot, and you always assume, oh, it's probably about 30, 45 minutes away. But Durant's one of those.
Like 3.5 hours,
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
all the way on the panhandle or some nonsense.
It's 126 miles away from
No,
here.
that's 2 hours.
Yeah, that's 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's
2 hours
and
and 35 minutes.
Well, I'm going to have to go see her.
Hashtag Google Maps.
It's a bummer, but this lady was really important to me because when my mom started doing her fucking around when I was about 12, 13,
Yeah.
my Aunt Bobby stepped in and
It's a good
basically
aunt
like
name.
helped raise us
Right,
for
okay.
a summer. And it was really great. I haven't really seen her that much in the last few years. I saw her, I guess the last time I saw her was actually at my grandma's funeral. Man, this is a bummer. I'm sorry.
She's
dude.
on your dad's side or mom's side?
Father's side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
How old is she?
Couldn't tell you. Old. Oldish.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's colloquially aunt, like she's actually probably like a great aunt.
She, my family's weird. We have people that we call uncle and aunt that aren't.
Right. Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay.
Totally.
Yeah, I think
everyone
you guys
has
have that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I just thought it was like super trashy, like super
Nah.
backwoods.
No, it's a regular thing. Maybe it's an
Yeah.
Oklahoma thing.
Maybe.
a regional,
But
perhaps?
Snoop calls everyone his nephew.
That is true.
So it might just be a thing.
Yeah.
I think it's just a thing.
I need it.
Yeah. You're around long enough. If they help, especially if they help raise you, it's definitely
Right.
like uncle or. I never really had any aunts, but a lot of uncles.
I've got
Definitely.
an Oklahoma City family. Like, I don't have family in Oklahoma City, but like the Imam Gureshis are my other family. Like Jonah's mom is my mom 110%. Like I've stayed at their house before, for like a couple months at a time. And like once that happens, like you have no choice but to be their kid. Like they can just call you that now.
It's good to have family like that. When I was young, our family was super tight knit. And as we get older, it's just less and less and less. And I think that, the advent of Facebook and shit like that kind of keeps people from having to go see each other as much.
Yeah.
But
But would
kinda
you say
pseudo
it keeps you
in touch?
connected?
It does keep you connected.
It does.
It's safe. It's a lot safer than going sometimes.
Yeah,
That is true.
You can video message, right?
Yeah.
It's you're practically there.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're like savvy, I'm not gonna try to like video edit my grandma. Like, hey, what's up?
Have to
Answer the
explain how to
phone.
do it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hit the button,
Yeah.
keep hitting the button.
She's like,
yeah.
I am. It's just her lap
Yeah,
the
it's
whole
just like,
time.
oh, gosh.
Yeah, it's kind of a bummer, man. I saw that on the way home and I was just like, man, what a thing to have to think about
Yeah.
tonight. The last thing I would have thought about,
yeah.
It's that feeling too of like, especially when if you know a death is about to happen, you can kind of not put it to the back of your head, but you prepare yourself, but you're like, when it happens, it happens. But knowing the entire time that it's gonna happen, like, but then there's like the ones where the dreaded call is one where you get like, hey, so and so just died. And you're like, well, shit,
dude. And
Yeah.
as you get
Right.
older, like sometimes I'll get a call from my dad or something, And I remember going through that when my grandma passed away, and she was sick for a long time. She had Parkinson's and Alzheimer's.
Oh no,
had
that's a
like
lot.
8 strokes. Was still kicking.
Fuck.
Like not even there
Like
anymore.
a trooper.
Dude, yeah. Like, I mean, it was really sad towards the end because she was just like a husk of her former self. And this like vivacious lady that, was basically my mother figure along with my aunt for a long, long time. Just to see her like, can't even hold her head up, And then I remember thinking like, I'm going to get that call. Like it's going to say dad on my cell phone. Hey, your grandma passed away.
Yeah.
And it, inevitably happened.
Right.
But man, like with my dad getting older now, and my grandpa's 91, still kicking,
Jeez.
lives alone, still drives.
Slamming.
What?
Yeah, slamming. He's slamming,
Slamming.
man. He's doing
Yo.
it all. Well, I
But
don't
he's
know
like cognitively 100% there, or is it starting to slip?
about- he's sitting around
I feel
70.
like when you're 91, regardless, like you're not 100. Like eventually, some marbles are gonna fall out of the bag.
But here's the thing, though. Does he wear diapers and stuff?
No.
So he's 91,
Damn.
has faculties as far as body function goes. Like, I could only wish to have, like 75% of where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
That's my thing. Like, death, everyone fears that, but it's that kind of getting old. Like, if I can get old gracefully,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a burden on somebody. Yeah.
Right. Have to have a nurse or something. Like have a
Yeah.
pan or. That sounds really sad.
Yeah.
Or like having someone wipe your ass for you.
Yeah, yeah. Like one of
Ah.
your kids, like
Yeah.
that far down the line. That would really. I would hate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's-
Last thing I want to do is wipe grandpa's ass.
Yeah, dude. You,
know?
don't want to. That's the only time you got with them too. So that's what you got to do.
Well, you talk about true love, man. Like that's what my grandpa did for my grandma. Like imagine meeting the love of your life and being married for, 70 years.
Yeah.
And it all goes out with you having to bathe her and wipe her ass and feed her. And
All the while she doesn't remember who you are.
she has no idea. It's heavy. And I hate to start off
Yeah.
the podcast so
No,
heavy,
it's-
man. But
I'm gonna be thinking about this all week now. Just like in my head, like
Bummer.
well, it got me
thinking
to
about these things.
it got me to thinking, we all only have so much time on the earth. Would you rather, Dawn, know you were going to die? Like, would you rather be given a prognosis? Like, let's say the doctor was like 6 months or, 2 years or whatever. Would you rather that happen so you can live your last days to the fullest? Or would you rather just like be hit by a train or something? I don't know, keel over.
Yeah.
Rando death.
So a random death versus like knowing the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I go with the day, because then I can like just do a lot of really awful stuff. Just
Yeah.
really bad. Just
Yeah.
I'd
Wait,
probably
you say awful stuff. Like, what's the number one awful? Like, what's the one thing you're like, I gots to do it before I go, but no one's gonna like it.
I mean, I definitely try to like shit in public somewhere.
Okay.
Like that's not even like too crazy,
Right.
Right.
but it's I can't do that now
Right.
because I go to jail, and
Yeah.
if I go to jail, I'm in jail for a long time.
See, some
Yeah.
people would be like, you know what I would do? I'd go to Paris. I've never been to Paris. Don here is like, I don't want to take a dump at a Target.
Yeah, why not?
Aisle
not?
6.
It'd be great. It'd be great. I do. Yeah, that's a lot better than like traveling the world for 3 months and like waiting, like, oh yeah, I know it's gonna happen, so I'm gonna go all these places.
Yeah.
Can't keep memories when you die.
What about
Sure.
you, Josh?
Yeah.
Other people can keep those there.
That's right.
Well, now that I was gonna say all that other stuff, but he's kind of opening up this whole world of like
Dropping shits.
doing crazy shit, like shit that old people can kind of get away with.
Right.
Grandma got away with it all the time.
Yeah, I
all
would-
the time.
I
Every
would
day.
Always speed, but always just break a lot of misdemeanors.
Oh yes.
And then
yes.
right before, like day before, I'd probably commit a few felonies.
Yeah.
Like I want to know what the rush feels like to successfully rob a bank.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're talking a heist now at this point.
Because you can do it and not die if you do it before the day you die. Like
Yeah, like
weeks in
that's what I'm
advance.
saying. 24 hours
Dude.
before.
Ooh,
What
yeah.
kind of heist team? Like, how legit would it be if like those 5 guys that are robbing this bank are dying the next day? They're just like,
So
oh,
wait,
we're getting this fucking money, dog.
So are we talking? So we're talking Jack Nicholson, Morgan Freeman bucket list, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a dude. That's a movie.
There is a movie.
Yeah,
they're not dying the next day, but it's a bunch of old men.
Yeah.
It's like
The-
Red
Las
or
Vegas.
7. Yeah, Las Vegas. Yeah.
great name.
Yeah.
Hats off to the
God, that must is that the whole
Writer.
plot that they're dying the next day?
No, I think they're it's like
just
a
old men
bucket
robbing
list
a
with
Yeah.
a crew.
Yeah,
Okay.
like, hey, we're on our way out soon.
That's
one
rage.
more. Let's do
Okay.
this one more time.
Oh, I would definitely do that. I would definitely try heroin.
Yeah. But like, why not? You're not gonna
Right.
die.
I would try all these drugs that
Well,
everyone swears
yeah.
up and down are great. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like, oh yeah, I was addicted to heroin once for 2 days and then I died. Like, because I knew I was gonna, I knew
Yeah.
I was going.
But
Right.
what if that was the thing that, like, say you had like a rare form of cancer that was untreatable, but you took just enough of a dose of heroin that heroin killed the cancer cells and you ended up living?
Is that how heroin works?
No.
Oh.
Yes. I don't know the science behind it.
It's a
Have
cure-all.
Have
Yeah.
you heard the story of like like a guy? He's been a smoker his whole life, and then one day he mixed like bleach and Dawn, which you don't do.
Yeah. Okay.
It makes like this noxious gas, and he breathed the gas in, but he breathed in enough to not die. Like he was in a coma for like a couple days, and he didn't die. And when he woke up, it literally like the gas like eroded his lungs, but only enough to get it essentially purified his lungs.
Wow.
His lungs look
Yo.
like his lungs look like he'd never smoked in his life. And I
What
don't
the
know if that's true.
Wait.
But it's really dangerous for me because
Yeah.
I'm like, I can smoke whatever I want. And then when I'm like 35, 40 years old,
Yeah.
I'll just little dab of Dawn and bleach.
Does Don know that? Does Don know about like? I'd be milking that money.
Yeah.
Like, yo,
Oh,
we
dude.
cured lung cancer.
Yeah.
Fuck those
Yeah, like-
oily ducks.
Yeah,
Let's
Right, yeah,
show
we
some
did
lungs.
it. We
Yeah.
did some
Yeah.
real shit. We flipped it
partnered
around.
up with bleach.
Yeah.
Big bleach. Big bleach. Think about that. Clorox has the fucking monopoly on bleach, right? Can you
Yeah.
name me
Yeah.
another bleach company?
I know a band that's it. And
Yeah.
They're probably getting sued
And I bet
every day.
by big bleach.
By big bleach.
big bleach and big soap.
get your whites white, you got to come to us, Big Bleach.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
I mean that's the only. I mean, you know, I know there's probably like Always Save or Great Value or whatever generic.
But it sort of says
that goes with
bleach.
this
Even
It just
Clorox
says
just says bleach.
Yeah.
Well, bleach is the
The solvent.
substance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A great Christian band, too.
bleach. What?
They were Christian?
He has a Christian band called Bleach. They're
There's
actually not bad.
Wait, there's a
Another one?
garage rock like
There's
girl band
bleach.
called
Duh.
Bleach.
Yeah, they got the
yeah.
D on the end.
Oh, the smarter.
As in bleached asshole.
Yes.
When I met them,
Yeah.
that was what I opened with, and it went over really well.
Nice.
Nice to meet you. Can I peep those assholes? Though?
No,
Are they bleached?
I was all business,
Oh,
but I made a joke. I was like, "Oh, did you name your band after the bleached asshole?" And they thought it was not funny. I don't know why.
I know. Squares.
Man,
Totally kidding. Did not do that. Oh my god, I'm a rube, but
on second thought, we're leaving. We're not.
Well,
doing
what were you saying about like when you're 35 or 40, I can just inhale this noxious
noxious.
fumes to kill the cancer. There's so many people that have that mindset of, well, you know, George Burns smoked cigars until he died. He never had cancer.
Oh, man.
There's all that like, oh, whenever I turn 40, I'm going to stop. Like I told myself that when I was in my 20s, like, okay, when I hit 30, I'm just going to stop drinking. Like, no, you're not.
No.
I've been making deals with the Lord since I was a child. And, my old man's right. I got to spend some good quality time with him this weekend.
Oh, yeah? Yes, you got some nuggets. Wisdom.
Whoa, the wisdom variety.
Yeah,
Okay, I was like,
Not butt nuggets.
yeah, we
took
chicken
to
nuggets,
we went
turds.
to McDonald's. Yeah, it was tight.
Yeah, that's what we do. We just have a nice McDonald's lunch together.
Yum.
I've never seen my dad eat McDonald's, ever.
Weird.
He's a weird guy.
What?
He's a great man, but
Yeah.
he's a weird eater, I should say. But I remember him telling me, because I'm well into my 30s, knocking on 40 at this point. I'm walking up the driveway to about to knock on 40. And I remember my dad telling me, like, dude, you don't need to go so hard on yourself. Like, you're going to regret it one day. And I was like, bullshit. And now that I'm a little older, I'm like, fuck, dad was right. Like, existence is pain.
But here's the thing.
To a point.
Much like don't go too hard and you'll regret it later. I only have so long to live. I'm gonna rob a bank the day before I die. You do only have so much time to live. So why not do all that crazy dumb shit when you're in your 20s?
Yeah, why not rob that bank?
Because when you're like 50, 60, dude, you're not gonna fucking go out raging, and you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't imagine being 60 and like closing a bar down. That doesn't sound
a
fun.
lot of 60-year-olds do, though.
I would say that it'd probably be a lot better for you.
You think?
Because ultimately you're like right at the door.
At
waiting
60?
for- I mean, maybe not 60, maybe 70, 80.
Rob's grandpa's 91.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's
But
it is.
did he never drink or smoke?
No, he used to smoke Camel unfiltered cigarettes,
Oh my
like a
God.
pack a day for 30 years, and then quit cold turkey.
Right.
Just decided to quit one
Dude,
day.
that is some dad shit where it's like
Granddad shit.
everyone's fucking dad smoked all the cigarettes, and then as soon as you popped out, I'm done. How do you? I can't even make the commitment to myself to do push-ups every day.
Well-
and you just drop cigarettes? Like, what?
Don't they say when your child is born, it changes everything.
Yawn.
You
Nah,
become a
dude.
different person. You think of there's something better, greater than yourself.
Do you all smoke cigarettes?
I don't. I used to.
Oh, I
No.
used to smoke too. So
Yeah, I used to smoke as well. Kind
so-
of
but everyone quit.
social
Yeah, I was
thing.
a
See, I think
social
that's the
smoker.
thing, yeah.
At the bar, having some drink.
Right.
Like I never smoked in the morning. I never smoked like after lunch but as
Those
soon
are
as
fun
as soon
times,
as
though.
that beer hits the old lips, I had to have a smoke.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
How long
kind
did
of-
you smoke?
I am 28, 17. Maybe 7 years. 7 years?
Heavy?
No, 8 years. It was getting real heavy around 23. It was getting to like that 2-pack a day. Like getting
Ooh.
stupid. Like,
Yeah.
why are you going to the shop like in between classes and buying a new pack of cigarettes?
Dang.
Like, yeah, so
I think 23 is that age where it's like
Is
it
your-
kind of comes to like 21, go to the bar legally drinking,
yeah.
and then 23, I think it's like the apex,
Right.
And then you're
I
like,
agree.
Yeah. Because you
But-
can still knock back like 10 shots and go to work the next day.
Yeah, and you're
not
fine.
Feel like all you need is a cigarette.
yeah,
That's
You're
right.
good.
Yeah.
You're just like
cup of coffee and a
recharged.
cigarette, you're good.
You need
Yeah.
your morning cigarette, maybe
Yeah.
a dump.
I was doing some bullshit 2 years ago. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
How it blows my mind that I know every weekend of me being 23, I was spending too much money, more money than I had at the bar. And now that I don't go to the bar all the time, I'm like, how was I getting all this fucking money? Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
I make more money now than I've ever have in my life. So going.
Whoa.
No. And it's
Can I
not
sit at your
much.
table,
No,
please?
I'm saying like at 23, I was maybe working a shitty part-time job. Like I made no money,
yeah.
but I spent more going out then than I do now.
Yeah.
Like how the fuck did I afford to pay rent and buy
everybody at the bar shot.
shots?
Yeah.
And then you're like, you
Great
check your bank
friend.
account. Well, here's what it is. You like how you bargain with God. I bargained with, I guess myself of like, well, your electric bill is $80, so you can pay that $80 electric bill, or you can take that $80 to the fucking high-low or sidecar,
Yeah.
spend it there, and then just
be late.
hope they don't shut your electricity off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that a lot.
Play the
the time.
overdraft game where you're just like, ooh, please don't decline my card.
Yeah.
I'll take that $30 bite for this shot. Like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, those are bad years.
Yeah, I don't know how I did it back then because I was living with some friends in like a way too expensive of a place and like not working full time, like that kind of full-ish.
Yeah, like do make
30
make
hours.
30 hours max.
Yeah, 30, 35, something like
Any
that.
more than that, you're like, man, I don't want to work. I don't want to work Friday.
And just buying, frivolous bullshit.
Yeah.
But now that I'm older, I've got a house, I've got a decent job. It's like, if I'm just smart with my money, I'll be fine. Like, I'm not rolling in the dough, but like I can pay my electric bill.
Yeah, but see, 23 was also not just like booze and partying. It was buying DVDs.
Yeah.
Going to concert. I'm going to drive down to Dallas to go to this concert.
Mm-hmm.
Just dumb shit like that. Like DVDs?
Useless.
Yeah, Blu-ray like special edition copies. Like, well, I'm not gonna watch this ever.
No.
Why do I need Boondock Saints on HD DVD?
Got to get that free poster inside the box.
Oh, yeah, with the fucking crease marks all over.
yeah,
it,
like gonna hang that shit up in my room and
Yeah.
impress all the ladies.
They just put up with thumbtacks like a monster.
Wouldn't dare at this point in my life.
No.
Not ever.
No going back.
No way.
Well, for the most part. I don't know.
That's the problem with buying posters for me now, though. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. Don't want to spend $15 on a frame. Guess it's not cool enough. Like,
Or like a lot of bands now, like when you go to a show, they'll have a poster for that specific show.
Right.
But it's never a common size. So you can't just go to
No.
Target and buy a 20 by 20, whatever it is, 18
It's
by
like
24.
2 by 27.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Like,
so I gotta get the shit custom frame. Dude, no.
yeah, you have to go to Hobby
Really love
Lobby
that
and drop
band.
$80 like for a custom frame for this band that won't be a band in 2 years. It's like,
Dude, I've done that myself. I feel attacked.
oh, dude, I mean, I'm
Do you
not
do that?
saying
Are you-
I
are you-
haven't done it.
I mean,
but-
I have my own like band concert flyers that I'm like looking to hang up, but I have to go get frames for it. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I don't even. This band doesn't exist anymore. Why am I like? Why am I playing myself?
But see, back in like 23 days,
Right.
he would just either tape it to the wall or staple it.
yeah.
Dude, I had I had a giant Subway. They called them Subway posters of Beatles, and then a Cure Boys Don't Cry one that I wish I had now. But instead of like getting a frame for it, it's like I'm just gonna staple it to the wall and hope everything's fine. Me being a drunk ass and everything.
Now all of the corners are like ripped off.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's probably like
God.
some sort of random stain on the back of it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course,
So-
of course.
yeah, how do you stay in the back of a poster? You do, but like, I don't know.
Wild parties at
Yeah.
23. I
How did you
guess.
get sriracha sauce on the back of your Cure poster that was stapled to the wall?
Dude, that reminds me, speaking of that, we were at a New Year's Eve party. I was probably 22, 23 years old. We're really ringing in the new year.
Yeah,
We're just ringing it in.
Is it ring in or bring in?
Ring
I think
in.
it's ringing in the new
Wow, look
year.
at me, I don't know.
Either or. Bring works too.
You were doing both.
So we're
Bringing and ringing.
We're counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. At midnight, and this house is packed. Like imagine a space the size of mine out there.
Classic house party.
Yeah, totally. New Year's Eve house party. At midnight, everybody starts slinging beer and champagne around.
Oh, no.
It started with people like popping champagne, and then it was spilling and shooting, and it was funny. And then people just start like doing this, like the helicopter with beers and all kinds of. And I was like,
Punk.
dude, this was somebody's parents' house.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
God,
even more punk,
dude.
yo. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm not punk. I love my dad.
We're just like, I'm imagining you, Robbie, being like, Happy New Year. And then going, oh, no, somebody's got to clean that up, guys.
Immediate anxiety attack. It's like, oh, I don't even want to be in here when this is going on.
No, but it always seemed like the same people threw the house parties. I never threw one because I don't have to clean that shit up.
I threw parties when I got older because like we were pretty chill, and I'd have a nice assortment of just random beers and a couple of mostly empty bottles. So I was just like, cool, I got stuff to sip on for a while.
Yeah.
That's really
Right,
nice.
right.
But
Dude,
And no one's slinging natural lights.
Right.
Not at all.
No.
I was throwing house parties all the fucking time. Our first house that we had in Oklahoma City, shitter. Like, it was so bad. It was on 11th and Penn. It was shitty. Every wall was painted a different color. There was
And not in a cool way.
No.
Yeah, of course.
Wait,
No,
every
no, no.
room or every wall?
I'm not almost every wall.
Okay.
Like a Rubik's
our dining
Cube?
room. Our dining room had 1, 2, 3. It had 3 different colors and like 3 1/4 walls. Like, I don't know. It was weird. So anyway, we put the deposit, first month's rent on the house. We're still living in different houses, right? First week, we have a party there. No furniture. There's no furniture in the house.
Wait, how long have you been in there?
We hadn't even moved in.
Okay.
We had not moved our things.
So
in.
wait,
You got the keys.
You got the key. We're like, we're fucking raging.
we got
all this room.
And the electricity was still in the other person who lived there before his name.
The electricity was on. No water.
Oh.
Oh,
No water. No furniture. 70 people showed up.
Oh,
And I
Plenty of
was
space,
just like,
though.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
So I think the only thing we brought was we had an amplifier and a microphone.
Punk.
And like an aux cable, that
Right.
plug into the amp. So when it was like at max capacity, and I was like telling people as they were coming in, but then there was just like strangers at my house. So I get on the microphone. I'm like, hey, we don't have water. Don't shit in my fucking
Oh, God.
house.
That's
All right.
that's a challenge.
I was like, if you do, like, please, like, pour something in there to be able to flush. Everyone leaves. My house just smells like booze, like already like week old booze, and it's like that night. I walk into the bathroom, and there is just nothing but like brown teepee, just like crammed in that thing.
In the bowl?
In the bowl. I mean, it was just like, it sucked.
Yikes.
But,
Dude, go shit outside.
yeah, go shit outside.
Use a sock.
Oh.
Get back into the
Damn.
party.
It was fun, though. It was a fun party.
Sounds like a blast.
yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds awful.
If that happened to me now at 25, no.
You
Fuck.
gonna fight somebody?
I would, yeah. You're gonna shoot my toilet out water in it? I'm gonna hit you in the face. You can't do shit about it because you're the bad person.
Okay.
Like,
I'm not
you
a
know?
fighter, but they probably wouldn't be invited to the next party.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Gotcha,
I'm sure
gotcha.
it's probably a rando. That's the problem with having like big house parties, or like, I mean, in the Gatewood days, we throw parties all the time, and then randos would just show up, and it's fine. The more, the merrier. But it's usually those randos that do things like take a dump in a non-functioning toilet.
Yeah. It's not your best
they missed
friend.
the announcement.
No.
That's
Or
true.
That's probably
got
it's
there
probably
late.
my bad.
Yeah.
I probably should have made multiple announcements throughout the night. Hey, just
Or just
checking
got
in.
the water turned on.
Dude, that's what I should have done. But I mean, I was dumb in 21, and we were
Right.
like, it's fine.
No, you're thinking I have a key, I have electricity. That's all I need.
But what's fucked up is like one of the guys that I lived with. If I was 21, he was like 24, and I still wouldn't be fucking with that at 24 either.
Well, he
Yeah.
was
But he was
probably
fine with it.
he was probably a young 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was older than roommates that I had, like by 2 or 3 years, and I was still in that like, I'm just down to party. So I'm just like, whatever
I
you guys
remember
wanna do.
you did hang on to the dream maybe a bit longer.
Not
than
by
I did.
choice. It was just like I was just there, I was in it. Like when you're in it, you're just like, fine. You become accustomed to your surroundings, like a cuttlefish. You know?
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, that was.
That was your old party nickname.
Oh, look out, some cuttlefish manga. I'm just hanging out.
So Don, you've been in lots of bands.
Uh-huh.
You're a musician.
Right.
You're a radio host.
For now.
For
Personality.
now.
You never know.
Both
when you're
for
gonna-
now?
I mean, all of for
All-
sure. Everything ends. So
We might
yeah.
die tomorrow.
That's very true. Why not rob a bank?
Good
So
out there.
yeah, but yeah, that's what I do.
So you've played for a long time. You play the drums.
Play drums.
You play other things?
Behind the scenes.
Okay.
Not in front of people.
Okay.
Like, but
Cool.
on records and stuff.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, but I met you when I filmed a program for the UCO college TV thing. It was called Soundcheck when you were in Ton. And that was so weird.
Yeah, we thought it was gonna be weird.
It
and,
is. It's not on you.
Yeah,
That's
but it
just
is
a
like a weird thing.
fucking vibe in there,
Yeah,
and it's very buttoned down, and nobody knows what they're doing
Nah.
behind the camera or
Yeah.
anything whatsoever.
Like we were told things and things weren't there, and it's like, okay. I mean, I get it though. It's like it is a college, but it's also like you're supposed to be teaching these kids the professional manner of doing it. And so you should have all these things available, But it was that's so weird. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. I mean, this was probably like 4 years ago.
Yeah, about 4 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like going to like a barber school to get your hair cut?
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's real scary.
Well, they have really nice equipment
yeah.
and
But no
tons of
idea how to use
students,
it.
but nobody knows what they're doing.
And everyone's just kind of
Dentists
walking around.
like that too.
A dentist?
Yeah, like you can go. You don't pay anything.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
But yeah, you can go to the dentist and have someone fuck with your teeth. That
it's like a school for dentistry.
barely knows what they're doing.
Yeah, that makes me nervous.
I mean, if I was broke enough, I'd probably do it.
I'm probably gonna do it.
I just wouldn't do it.
I just
make it any
brush my
worse.
teeth a lot more. Let's fuck that.
Oh, dude,
No.
Because they're gonna stab your gums.
Yes.
And like penetrate on purpose.
Or pull the wrong tooth.
that'd be fucked up.
They're just like, oh, they're not strong. I'm pretty sure they're like.
Now here's the thing. But that's the only, I guess, medical field that you can do that in. You're not going to go like, listen, I need a heart transplant, but I can't afford it. Well, he's almost got his degree. He's still working on it.
He's got his associates.
yeah. He's a smart 20-year-old. I promise. I promise. Bright
party.
future.
No.
Meanwhile, he doesn't have water at his house. You know?
No, he's the guy that shits in a toilet that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he missed the announcement. That's all. Studying.
Were you more of like, or are you? Everybody's younger than me, so were you more of a going out guy or like a house party guy?
It was okay. It was a little bit of both. Like when I was about 19 or so, you're at houses unless you can like pull off 21, and then when you turn 21, you're like at the bars all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, but after like the 23 was, if I was going out, I would just go to a bar, go back home. It's like the safest but non-safest way to party.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I feel
'Cause
you. You
it's
can
just
duck
like-
out whenever.
Yeah, you can leave whenever. You know when things are gonna end, and like if you don't have to be there if you don't want to. You can go back to your house where
Right.
there's no parties.
Go back to your house where you know
Quiet.
you have
There's
a
water.
bottle of something waiting there for you.
Yeah.
Beer's in
Yeah.
the fridge. But here's the thing. People frown upon, they say if you drink alone at the sign of like an alcoholic, but dude, what if I just want to go home
Yeah.
and have a glass of wine and watch fucking Mean Girls or,
Yeah.
whatever.
Sounds like a
living,
perfect
yeah.
Saturday
I
night.
feel like the people who say that are just also the people that are scared of drinking. Like,
Yeah, that's true. But they're probably the real alcoholics then, because they're like
Yeah.
they drink themselves to shit with like 15 people, and they're
Yeah.
like, "I'm not drunk, bro.
Ugh,
You're
the
sitting over there
worst.
by yourself. I'm not drunk." And it's just like, I mean, you're slurring.
Clearly drunk.
Yeah.
I might kill a bottle of wine by myself in a night, but that's only 4 glasses of wine.
Yeah.
I also, if I smoke enough, I'll eat an entire large pizza by myself.
Yeah.
Indulgence,
wrong
yeah. It is.
It is easy to do.
It is
Yeah.
easy. Yeah.
Do you know people that a whole large pizza? Dude, seriously?
How what size large? Like a Domino's large or like an Empire large?
Like a Domino's large.
Okay, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can probably still do that and feel really shitty about myself.
An
Like,
Empire
just-
large is like the size of this table.
Yeah,
it's fucking
but I
huge.
was
It's like a
wondering,
Big
like
Ed's Big Burger.
yeah. They still make those, right?
Big Ed's?
Yeah.
Is there still Big Ed's around?
There is one left.
Is
I
it
think.
on a 122nd one?
122nd and
Penn.
Penn?
Yeah, North
I hope they
Side.
do.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So speaking,
I've never been.
Really?
I've
dude, Big
never
Ed's is the
been
shit.
to Big
yeah, it's
Ed's.
tight. I mean, I don't know what it's like now, but it was tight growing up.
so like being a kid and saving money, my folks would drop us off at the mall. You know, that's how they can just let you go run wild and
Yeah.
free.
Where's their daycare for you?
So there was a Big Ed's in Heritage Park Mall, and it was me, my cousin, and 2 of my friends. So it was like 5 of us, right? 4 of us, and we all have our money just enough to like buy something and then like get food. So we're like, okay, so we can either get like sliced pizza at Sbarro's or whatever, or we can put all of our money together and get a Big Ed Big Burger.
Is that what it was called? The Big Burger?
Yeah, it's that. It's like it's like a large
pizza.
pizza.
Yeah, when you gotta cut your burger like you cut a pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we pitched in and we got one of those, and it was the fucking best idea ever.
It's pretty tight. Yo. It really saves a lot of trouble. You can buy one box and feed everybody.
Yeah.
It's better than a pizza.
I gotta
yeah,
go.
Go to Big Ed's,
Yeah.
man.
Big Ed is probably on his way out.
I think he might have already done it.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's
Well, the way you say that's like Big Ed offed himself.
too many of his burgers, dude?
Yeah.
So what do you think is worse, eating an entire large Domino's pizza or a whole Ed's Big Burger?
Ed's Big Burger is more of a challenge.
Yeah.
Domino's is just like a box of grease.
It's like
So-
grease and air, basically.
I
Like,
think with the burger, you have 2 buns and then like just a bunch of like meat and stuff on the inside of it.
Yeah.
At least with the pizza, you can lie to yourself, be like, "Oh, it's tomato sauce and
it's just
cheese. That's all it
tomatoes.
is."
Just a little
Yeah.
bit of cheese, a little bit of bread.
processed meat. It's
That's
great.
fine.
Important question. I'm gonna go around the table.
Okay.
Dylan, do you eat the bones on pizza?
Do I eat the bones?
Like
on
the crust,
pizza?
man.
Oh, I was like,
I was like,
shit.
Well, you don't eat bone pizza?
Eat bones.
You don't eat bone pizza.
Fuck with bones.
never had a buffalo wing pizza on the bone.
Okay, now let me set the table here. When you go to, let's say you're strapping on the feed bag at CC's.
Jesus.
Right? Yeah. Take me back.
Dude.
Yeah, I fuck with crust hard.
You eat
dude.
the crust?
I
Yeah.
love crust.
Do you eat the crust?
Oh, yeah.
Crust?
I ate the crust because I grew up with a dad or parents very frugal, so it's like you paid for that crust.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat that damn crust. Plus, it's just a good dipper.
Yeah,
It is a
that's what you
dipping
did.
vessel for sure. Yeah. I go back and forth. Sometimes I don't eat the crust on my first visit.
Yeah.
Second visit, it's like, oh man, I could go back for maybe a third, but I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Now I have a bunch of breadsticks in front of me.
Right,
Free
right,
breadsticks.
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Saved your dollar.
here's the thing: people fuck with. There's enough people that fuck with crusts that Pizza Hut decided, you know what we can probably do? Just roll out some cheese in this shit.
It's simple. Look,
Yeah, that was genius.
Dude,
though.
when stuffed crust pizza came out, I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
I thought
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles were going to come to my door with it and be like,
Right.
yo, I changed the game for you, kid. Like, oh, shit.
how
You're gonna
cool
eat
would
the
that have
same
been?
That would have been tight.
Yeah.
But hey, Domino's had them locked down, so it wouldn't happen.
And then when you say like a calzone is just the ultimate stuffed crust,
Yeah.
where it's just like,
It's
oh,
all
you like that
crust.
crust?
Yeah.
We're just gonna fold that pizza in half.
Which I heard you like pizza.
Favorite kind of crust? This is we're asking the
Oh,
tough,
yeah.
hard-hitting questions.
The hard-hitting
tonight.
za
Yeah.
questions.
I'm a thin crust guy.
Do you like cracker pizza? Huh? Just thin, boring.
It's not
Crappy.
too crazy.
Okay,
It's
Dude.
simple. Like, because, it's great.
Ultimate thin crust. Like I
Whoa,
want it. I
whoa.
want it.
Damn, paper
Well, like,
thin.
I think Pizza Hut used to have that ultimate thin.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was basically like a piece of paper,
like
a,
the
yeah,
outer
yeah.
layer of an onion.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you hold it for too long, it's just gonna it just goes bleep,
Yeah.
and everything just drips right off.
See, I grew up in a pan family,
Yeah.
Okay.
but now that I'm older, not really into pan. It's so thick,
Too
Right,
thick,
right,
too
right.
dense.
dense. I like a hand toss.
hand
what I
toss
like.
hand toss is like solid.
Mhm.
And Don, I was just kidding earlier, man. I like thin crust too. I like.
I just like that.
All
it
pizza.
feels like you're eating a cracker with meat on it,
Yeah.
But like toasted crackers.
Does it not throw you back to like the shitty Tony's pizzas?
Yeah.
Is that a good thing?
No, it does. Yeah, I love it. I love like you throw them in the oven for 20, or no, throw them in the microwave or some crazy shit for like 2 minutes.
Oh,
and
so
you're
your
eating.
crust gets all like rubbery?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
You're
best.
just like flapping it around. It's like, yo, this is great. I'm gonna watch a movie now.
When
Like,
you're 9, you don't know what tastes good. You just fucking fold
Yeah.
that bitch.
eat
Nah.
it up. You're
Yeah.
done.
It came
Little
on the-
cubes of pepperoni.
Yeah, dude. Or the round sausage. It was
Yeah.
really weird.
I feel
But
like it's harder for them to cube it than just fucking flat piece of
Well,
pepper.
Yeah, I
no,
don't
here's the
know.
thing.
Yeah.
It's all about money, cost effectiveness.
Right.
We can dice this shit up into little cubes, sell more of it for
Oh,
less.
okay.
Damn, yeah.
Okay. It always came on that little stand thing, that little like you flip the box upside
Yeah.
down, and there's some foil on the bottom, or
No, no,
Yeah.
no, it's an
Silver
aluminum like
paint?
the other on the box, and it makes it crisp.
Right.
Like
That's
they
what
did
that was
with the
for?
pizza rolls.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought it was holding grease.
No, it's to make it crisp. So on the pizza roll box, it actually has instructions. Like you're supposed to put it like the actual box, put that in the microwave, and then put the tray on top of it for ultimate crispness.
I think
No
it
one
also
has ever
elevates.
had that, though.
I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
elevates.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't feel like no one's ever had a crispy Tony's pizza though.
No,
They're
I don't
just
think it's
always
possible.
soggy. No. You put it in the oven, somehow it's still moist. Like
Yeah.
what the fuck?
No. But the everything, all the ingredients on top, the things that make up what the pizza is, fucking piping hot.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the crust doesn't matter how hot you get it.
And you always do that move. You go,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
hold it out, and all the
Breathing
toppings
smoke
fall
out
off.
of
This is
it.
just the sound.
Yeah.
I don't want to spit it out.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to go hard on some pizza rolls. I had a friend who had a brother. They were a year apart, and they kind of had like the cool house in the neighborhood. And dude, one summer, like his mom, I think she just gave up. You know, she was planning that bank heist, I think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And she was just like, fuck it, I'm going to get these boys whatever they want this summer. And dude, it was like the mecca of pizza rolls, hot pockets, frozen pizza,
Jesus.
all things good.
She
All-
must have knew for
It's
sure.
that, or it's just like, listen, I'm not going to make meals for these fucking kids
Yeah.
all summer. You know what I'm
Yeah.
going to do? I'm going to go to Sam's Club. I'm going to get this shit in bulk. Did you probably do a lot of the frozen burritos too?
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
El Monterey?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. 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 Oh,
You ever
hell
deep
yeah.
fried one of those? Do
I
yourself a favor. Deep fry a frozen, dude. It's a chimichanga.
Yeah, it's a chimichanga because it's already. Oh my
Homemade
God.
chimichanga. It's already ready to go.
How have I never
Wow.
thought about that?
I think
in
it's
my
because I was
life?
too young to be using grease when I was eating.
Oh no,
those,
I
for
found out
sure.
about this when I was living in Gatewood. Me and my buddy, we just did a lot of other things, and we decided, hey, let's just throw a last minute white trash party at our house. We cut our jeans off into shorts, cut our sleeves off of our shirt. We had a deep fryer, and instead of like making a hot dog, we didn't have a grill. So like we had 30 of those big giant economy packs of those El Monterey burritos. Like, let's just deep fry some burritos.
You made a gentrified Mexican restaurant. You didn't have a white trash party. You had a genius idea.
It was awesome. To the point, I'm surprised there's not a fucking like hipster restaurant in Austin that's just like deep fried frozen burritos.
I bet you there is.
I bet you can open one up tomorrow.
Yeah, $10. Yeah, for a frozen burrito.
I know
deep
some
fried.
businesses going out of business that,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm going to steal this.
it's a great idea.
Damn.
Speaking of hipster, food, fun, friends, all the things we're talking about tonight, I have to address this Instagram profile I found.
Oh, the OKC Kettle?
The Kettle
Dude,
OKC.
you're there too.
You were my conduit to that because I saw your tweet about it.
It's weird.
And then I saw Ashley Carmen's reply to you. So I slid into her DMs and was like, I need that link.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
It's
kind of sketchy.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty
What is it called?
sketch. It's the Kettle OKC. I don't think that
you'll be able to see anything.
Yeah, their account is private.
Private, yeah. They're afraid of people.
But it was so funny because we had Chelsea and Josh's wife on last week, and we were talking about modern slang. Chelsea's a teacher, and she used the term "spill the tea."
Yeah.
And I had never heard that before last week.
Oh man, you should be on Twitter more.
I should.
Or like watch like RuPaul's Drag Race or something.
Oh, is that on there?
I mean, it's the language of like black gay people,
Okay.
black people,
Cool.
gay people, queer. Yeah, it's in that world.
Okay.
Love it.
I never heard it, and I thought that's kind of like I kind of loved it. I kind of loved the term itself, and then come to find out we've got a whole Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know who
dedicated
runs
to
it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
I
don't
kinda
want to peek behind the
do.
curtain.
So
you do?
I do.
Do they take photos of people, or is it?
No, it's kind of like some of these are like hit piece posts. They're just like, did you hear about this thing happening with this person that owns this business? Aren't they pieces of shit?
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, that's out of like completely out of nowhere. Some of these are like realistic things like that should be addressed.
Yeah.
And then some things just feel a little bit like, I'm just targeting people I don't like.
Yeah.
And they like someone painted that Steven Adams mural, like that mural in Paramount or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were talking shit on the person that painted it, and it's like, that's kind of weird. Like, that's a nice painting, I thought, Or
I
like
think
someone who clogged the
cool.
toilet once. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, just like, I'm sorry. Like, because that's a real problem for some people. Because someone like clogged the toilet in a historic building.
I feel like maybe I made it. It was gross, but it was like it was just a plunge or two away.
Right.
It was
Okay.
fine.
Okay.
But it
Yeah.
was still like you walk in like, you fucking piece of shit.
Right.
It's right here.
Would you
Like,
make an Instagram post about it?
now?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
Okay.
Well, you would
Yeah.
at least tweet it.
I mean, I
I
would
feel like a tweet would suffice.
yeah.
Maybe a story
Yeah.
goes away.
Instagram is weird. Like, it's not.
Like, hey, who shits in a toilet with no water? But then someone would be like, hey, there was a party without water.
yeah.
Me.
Burned.
They could have turned it around on you.
Easy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of those things are weird. Are you following them yet? Or?
I did, and that's what I was going to say next. So I did the request,
yeah.
private
They
account,
got you in.
but it was a long wait. Well, to me, it was long. It was no time at
Did you
all.
catch them sleep? I caught them like right at the top of the wave, and so they were just letting people in.
I just sent mine, so.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, you might catch them.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting. Now, I don't know what I think about every. I did read every post.
Yeah,
every single
definitely
post.
read every post.
I don't know what I think because that's just out there in the world, and we are the ones that will perceive that and make our own analyzations of things. But first thing I did though, man, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm a good dude.
Yeah.
But the first thing I did, I was like, "Fuck! I hope I'm not in here."
No, that's the only
I
reason
don't
I
matter.
checked.
I don't
I
matter
was like,
at
did I
all.
fuck
So
up
it's-
when I was younger or something?
Right.
Or
It's a
what?
lot like back in the day, and I say back in the day loosely, like back in like 2005, 6, there was I don't know if it was a Zanga. It was one of those kind of like, I guess, forum-based posting sites that it was strictly for girls, and it was private, and they just talked shit on local dudes.
There are
yeah.
private
Yeah.
Facebook groups for Oklahoma women that we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My ex-wife was in one,
Mhm.
and she would like code of honor, like she would not let me look at it.
Yeah.
Like I never like straight up asked, like, I want to see that. But I remember it came up one time and I said, let me see, or something like regarding a post. She's like, no, I can't show you.
Right.
And I was like, whoa, they're talking about me.
Right.
Yeah.
My tiny
Yeah,
dick.
it's not like whatever. It might be like awful shit. Like, damn, she sent that picture.
Well, like
damn.
when you have something secretive like that, that's when paranoia kicks in. That's why you have people like Alex Jones who are like, "Why you can't tell me that you're hiding something?"
Right.
And what are you hiding? What are you hiding?
Listen, have I done bad things in my life? Of course, we all have. But I don't know why my brain. I mean, well, I do know why. It's
Guilty
ego.
conscience.
Yeah.
Christian guilt. It's Christian
the
guilt.
Christian guilt. Yeah, I was like, I mean, first of all, I wouldn't be on there.
Yeah.
Second, but did you felt the same way?
I
like,
just because it felt like, oh man, like what if they were talking shit on me because I talked shit on someone else, and
Right.
like something like that,
Or
like
you're
an exchange
friends with a friend of a friend of a friend.
And it's like, bro,
Yeah.
you supposed to be out here all whatever and whatever, but your homies over here like beating women. It's just like, well, I don't know that. Like, I don't want to be attached. So like,
Right.
Yeah.
I don't want to see my name. You know, it's just
No,
weird.
but here's the thing.
no, totally.
That happened to me like a year or so ago. Someone said something about a person you know in the scene did this and this. Why are you backing people? I'm like, A, I'm not friends with that person. I know them in passing. B, I'm glad you put that out in the air. Now I'll have to avoid the shit out of that person. But here's the thing with call out culture, we need to actually call them out, like put their names out, get their names out there. So you can not just like publicly shame them, but if legal matters need to be brought out, then do it. I mean, if you've physically attacked someone or sexually assaulted someone, you're a piece of shit and you need to fucking pay for what you did.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I do think being vague is kind of like
And that's what this page is doing. It's kind
super
of like
vague.
using like, you know, I'm going to say something about this place and use this very, very like obscure word that describes just this place.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, just say it. Like if anyone knows what it is, just say it.
maybe they're just covering their own ass because like we all know exactly where they're talking about.
Yeah.
I would say most people do.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people do.
But
I-
boy, did I have to follow though?
Yeah, it's a great page. Some
Yeah.
fun stuff, you know. It's just like, just say the names.
I understand why. I understand like victims don't want to come forward for fear of name it, but I'm sure a lot of it has to do with what if I don't have enough proof,
Yeah,
and then I put this person's name in here, then I'm going to get attacked on the other end of like you're just blah blah blah. Like it's kind of I can understand it'd be a pretty sticky situation to be in. Like what do I do?
right.
But you get enough people coming forward. I mean, that's why we all know that Bill Cosby's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Is because enough women came forward like, oh yeah, it wasn't just me one time back in 1970, whatever. It's like hundreds of women.
right.
So, I mean, I'm not saying anyone locally, probably hundreds of women, but definitely multiple enough to be like,
there's some under 10 guys that it's like you're still like out there, like,
Yep.
surviving and like being graceful, like moving with such a poise that's like I'm untouchable.
mhm.
Like that's crazy to me.
That is crazy.
I don't know these dudes or these women. I don't know these people, but I know they exist.
Yeah.
Well, see, and my first thought was like, is this all going to be aimed at men?
Yeah,
But you know, because there's some shitty women out there too. A lot more shitty dudes probably, but there's a lot of
Totally.
shitty women. There's a lot
Power
of shitty people out
dynamics
there
for sure.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I was wondering, I was like, okay, little social experiment. How long until I see like a call out on a woman?
There's like 3 in there already.
Is there now? Okay,
There was.
I need to catch up.
Yeah, there's like at least 3, but one is like about a woman who might have attacked her ex, and then one is just about a woman who just has shitty business practice.
Oh, I know
It
a
is-
woman who has a shitty business practice.
Well, what's her name?
Give it to us.
Let's hear it.
Man,
Come
you want
on.
me to say it?
No.
No, I don't want to be mean.
I'm not getting fired
Say
from
it.
my
No.
job.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Great.
So, speaking of jobs,
Yeah.
let me know about this spy gig.
Yeah.
I need to know how'd you get on the radio, man? I want to get on the radio.
I think it was a matter of I mean, because your voice is great.
Thank you.
Like, but it was a matter of like my presence on the internet and like just knowing the right people at one point in time. I went to the Spy in my first band, maybe 2012, whenever they were having like the Keep the Spy on the radio like sensation was happening, and then they moved locations and all that happened.
Right.
So I went on and did an interview for a show for a EP release or something. and then met like Grace Gordon, and she's the one that ultimately like hit me up and was like, hey, you should be on The Spy and like have your own show like 3 years later. So I mean, it's mostly just
Grace
because
is so dope.
she's so tight.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just mostly because of her. Yeah, it's really all her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, all Grace.
So you had an in. You had an in.
Yeah, she was my in, and like Ryan LaCroix was he was a teacher I had at ACM, but I had met him at The Spy when he interviewed us all those years ago. So it's like just knowing them, meeting these people, and I think there was just a need to have the kind of show that I have because they tried it once before and didn't necessarily pan out correctly.
Right. Now your show's called No One Man.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah.
on Fridays,
Fridays at 11.
11 to 12.
Yeah, a nice hour of just whatever I like to listen to.
Yeah, give me your elevator pitch. What do you play?
Oh, it's No One Man. Fridays at 11 p.m. Where we explore the eclectic sound of hip hop.
Nice.
So, I can play anything as far back as early 20s jazz music all the way to now. If I can convince myself that it's hip hop music, because it's really just about convincing myself. Because I don't really like talking on the radio. I like to just hear music. And I think that's the problem with radio now is a lot of people talk too much.
Do you talk on there at all?
Yeah, I introduce songs.
Okay.
I have some people on and do some interviews. I just got to make sure that like it is like centered around hip hop somehow.
Yeah.
And that's usually the hardest part is because like on an alternative station like The Spy, people don't necessarily listen to hip hop as much as they should. So I have to like make sure that like you understand that craft work is just as important to like hip hop as African Bambaataa, or like Beach House. Like just make those kind of connections just through music though. So,
Are you enjoying it? Like how long have you been doing it?
it'll be a year in October. It's
Awesome.
been cool. It's just like the weirdest part is getting the submissions, like people like sending you emails every day, like listen to my song. Play
Demos.
Oh, okay.
So the dude on the beach who's like, hey man, you like hip hop? Like, man,
Oh, I do like hip hop, but I don't like know you.
not yours.
I like solicited hip hop.
Yeah, like I like to seek it out myself.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and that's and there's so much music now. I don't listen to SoundCloud. I use Apple Music or YouTube, which is really strange because like music videos are really cool, but not a lot of people can afford to make music videos.
But you would think with technology, I mean, with the iPhone,
phones,
you could
yeah.
do totally cool shit. What was that? The girl rapper you showed me a while back. She's like real weird. Grimes.
Grimes? That's not
She's
a
like,
rapper.
yeah, she's like an indie girl.
but-
yeah, she's Elon Musk's
Like, doesn't it have like a
girlfriend.
music video
That's
where
right.
it's straight up all shot on an iPhone or something?
I don't
thought I
know.
read something about like one of her music videos is like all iPhone based.
You can, I mean, you can do it with an iPhone.
Yeah, I mean, there's a movie that got made with an iPhone. Like, that was like a fantastic film like a few years ago. Like, I mean, Chance the Rapper did a music video, but he did it up. And it was
Right.
just like, dude, and he did it up and like, he did it as a live stream and then as the video after the live stream.
So we're seeing like the hearts go up the side.
Yeah, you're like watching the shit and you're like watching whoever is walking with this phone, like real smooth like, and it's just like, this is the worst way to watch. Because let me turn it.
yeah,
you know?
it's like a movie screen.
Right, but
you
like,
know?
why am I looking at it like this on like a Twitter feed?
You
I
get
don't
the
know.
sidebars.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like, this is stupid looking, but it was great because you can do it.
Or they
Yeah.
try to like fancy it up a little bit, and it's like this, but it's in that aspect.
Right.
And then they just blur the sides.
Yeah, oh, they'll put like a little like emojis on both sides.
Yeah.
It's just like, this is great. Like, share, follow. Like, share, follow. Like,
It's like, okay, step in the right direction. but
right.
Just give it a little 45.
Right, yeah.
Wait, that'd be a 90. Give it a little 90.
Yeah, give it
Don't
to
give it a
professional.
45. That'd be fucking annoying. That's how I'm gonna start shooting everything in a 45.
That's like that
degree
German
angle.
like Renaissance film stylings, like
Totally.
obscure shit.
Totally. So that's cool, man. And it's thespyfm.com.
Spyfm.com. And then Wednesdays I post the show from Friday night on mixcloud.com /Don Data.
Cool.
Yeah. Listen to rap music whenever you want.
I really want to check that out. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's up 40 hours and like you can go through each episode and like see it'll show like a few artists and says this will feature this, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't know if I'm featuring a whole song
Mhm.
or even just like an interlude of an artist because it just depends what I feel like. You know?
Right.
It's fun.
I feel like it would be fun to, like, for me, I don't know, it sounds really interesting to like be at home, like hanging out on Friday, like you're not doing anything, just like chilling at home, and tune into a radio station that you like. You know, I don't know why. I don't know why that sounds fun. It's just like, I'm just gonna.
Did you not do that?
That's what us old men used to do back in the day.
So
I did it at one point.
I mean, I guess no. I mean, like when I listened to the radio growing up, I grew up with my grandparents, so it's just like my grandpa turns on like the radio station that plays. No. My grandpa, he's only like in his 70s.
Okay.
Like my family's really young. So my grandpa would just turn on the radio to whoever plays Zeppelin the most.
Oh, okay,
so, it's just like that's what.
Yeah, but it's either for like the music. Like when we were younger, like in high school, it was a national program, but it played on all the local affiliates. It was called Rockline, and they would have like bands on. And usually when a band's like promoting a record, they'd have them in studio, and for that like hour, they would just play songs off the new record and interview the band. And that shit was odd. You would tune in like,
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, that
Thursday night at 9. I gotta turn to 94.7 because they're interviewing Green Day because Nimrod's about to come out.
Damn, it was awesome. But looking back, it sounds so oldie time. Like
I mean, they're doing that now with like KXP or KEXP, like their station in like Seattle or wherever. I don't know where it is, but like bands come in. Got a new album. I'm looking at it on YouTube because I can't wait.
Oh yeah,
dude, I love that shit. I love the performances on KEXP, and I can't remember the lady's name off the top of my head, but the host.
No idea.
She's so sweet, and I'm just like, man, you must have the coolest job. Like, you just get to hang out with all these like up and coming artists,
right?
And she's just sitting there, like in between songs, just sitting there listening. I'm like, I want to be paid to do that.
Think that's, but you kind of did that with UCO Soundcheck. There were some cool bands coming in there.
I was not. I was paying. Though. It was totally opposite. There was one cool
paid
band.
for that.
A bunch of shitty bands.
Damn.
No, actually, I actually made quite a few.
You got paid in an
connections.
education.
I guess.
Damn. I'm sorry.
I'd rather be in KEXP watching Mac DeMarco or whoever.
Hey, he's coming to Oklahoma City.
I'm missing it, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know. To hear that.
My girlfriend's pissed at me because we both like him quite a bit, and saw that the tickets went on sale, and just to be totally honest, I just slept on it. Like I was just like, I'll get him. I'll get him. And then a couple weeks, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks go by, and I'm like, all right, let's get him. Sold out.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Bummer.
It happens like that.
Yeah. I'd like to see him. I mean, I do enjoy his music.
Do you think those tickets were bought by real people or just like robots?
Ooh, that bot shit. Who are they sold through?
I don't know.
I know Ticketmaster gets botted like a motherfucker.
I feel like Live Nation does the same thing too. Has the same problem.
They're Ticketmaster. That's the thing with the Live Nation. It's essentially Ticketmaster. They used a different name because people got turned off by Ticketmaster so much. Like Live Nation.
Okay.
I think it is Ticketmaster.
Yeah. That's what sucks.
I'm trying to work some angles here, but so far I'm coming up short.
This is why we need to go back to having box office ticket sales only.
Oh, dude, I fucking love
with that.
Go to Buy for Less. You buy your concert ticket at Buy for Less.
Yes.
Love that shit.
Go to the window. Someone's cashing a check. Someone's paying their Cox bill. Yeah. I'm here for tickets, please.
Yeah.
or a local record store would have them.
Right. Just
they'd always like pull them out from under the register and have a rubber band around them.
I don't know what these are about, boy. Here.
Yeah. Or they sometimes they like keep them in a binder, like pocketed binders.
Yeah.
I've bought a lot of tickets digitally, but I mean, when I first started going to shows, it was go to I think it was Buy for Less on the South Side. Yeah, that's the one I went to, and there was like a network of. Damn, I can't remember. The name has escaped me. It was like OK Tickets or something like that.
Yeah.
It was a chain. It'd be at grocery stores, video stores.
Well, there was for a lot of the Christian shows, bigger shows that came to like M&M Productions, they did stuff, and you could buy them like in record stores. And I remember buying my first my MXPX ticket at a Buy for Less, and it was like $10.
Dang.
With that, they weren't doing a lot of fees back then. That there was no fees. It's just like
that
whatever.
Doesn't sound like
price
a fee at all. That
No.
sounds like
you
a door.
Pick up some milk while you were there, man.
but you get a ticket.
I got.
That's like people are just used to paying at the door for things, but like maybe it's just hoarder in me, or having a show flyer, like the physical ticket of a show, like something nice. You want to keep that. Maybe put it in a little mementos box.
I got several tickets that I still like hold on to, but I wish I could have bought them at the door or like at the theater or wherever, like prior to the show. Because there's just something about a box office ticket going and like buying a ticket versus like all right, I'm on my phone. I just downloaded it. Cool. I'm just gonna print it off later. Like that's
No,
so,
you don't even print it off now. You just like
Yeah, you just show
the
it,
screen.
and it's just like, man, this is kind of trash. Like I
Yeah.
don't want a screenshot.
Yeah.
Give me my physical like item.
I want tear that ticket off
Yeah.
and give it back to me.
I want to see how much I paid on it. I want to see the seat number and like the letter.
Yeah, and you want to look back in 20 years and be like, look how cheap concerts were back
Right?
then. You know?
I paid $55 for that. Great.
Yeah.
Now I can-
I've got some, man, and this just shows my age. It's like $13.50.
Yeah.
It's like, dope,
Yeah,
man. Now
jealous.
it's like $100.
Yeah.
Or, you know, at least 50,
At least
60
50
bucks.
No,
bucks,
no.
yeah.
When you see a show, it's like, oh, it's only $45.
I might
That's-
do that.
That's a good deal.
I don't like the opener, but that ain't bad. You
Yeah.
know?
It's like
I think like the Father
$45.
John Misty concert's like $40 when it came out, and I was like, shit. Whoever opens it is gonna decide if I go to this concert or not. 'Cause
And
Yeah,
Did
like,
you go?
Yeah, I'm going now. Yeah.
Okay, it's like if 80% of the lineup is good, I'll go.
right.
But I'm not going to pay just for one band.
Yeah, no.
what's the most you ever spent on a concert ticket?
I'm not gonna say.
Come on.
All right, it was definitely like
Easily swayed.
yeah, it was actually a Father John Misty concert in Austin,
Mhm.
and it was like $200
Go!
for the 2 tickets.
Oh,
It was
$100 a head.
like 117.
Okay.
But it was just like I got like you're not getting scammed, but you are getting scammed because like whoever bought the ticket
Right.
bought it to sell it because the concert's gonna sell out.
You got mistied.
Is that what that is?
That's what I call it.
Just
Misty?
now.
Just now.
Damn.
From here on out,
That sounds like nasty.
Misty.
most you ever dropped on a ticket.
I'm gonna get made fun of for this. I spent $135 to go see Pearl Jam in Kansas City.
Man,
Not for me, dude.
I still have.
Sounds good to me.
I
Yeah.
have the poster still. Like, it was a screen printed poster, and I guess the guy who screen printed these was like really big in like the 90s. Like he was always screen printing like all like the grunge bands. Like he's out of Seattle, and like Band of Horses opened for them, and like
okay.
That's a solid lineup.
Yeah,
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have any of their albums, but you know, like I heard them on the radio back in 2012, and I was
Right.
like, okay, cool. And then Pearl Jam played for like 4 hours, and
You got your
money's
money
worth.
for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah, both times
Damn.
I've seen Pearl Jam, I've spent over $100, but both times they played for 4 hours. Like, so
So, okay, we're talking just like your typical show, like a 3-4 band lineup, or we're talking like festival?
Festivals are not included.
Okay.
In
Okay,
this.
yeah, 'cause that's a whole
Bruce
nother number.
Springsteen, $150.
That's a fair one.
Floor seats.
That's so fair.
I felt like I was at like a rock, like just going to like a venue because
Well, you were.
I was no, I mean like going to like a Diamond Ballroom or a Canes or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Because
'Cause you were
you're-
that
when,
close.
when you're on the floor, I was super close. We were like
Yeah.
there's like maybe 4 people in front of us, like 4 rows of people in front of us. But there's no rows because it's GA. That's another thing. Like there wasn't seats. It wasn't. You know what I mean? Like when you go to an arena show, I think seats it takes something away from a show. I don't know
yeah,
why.
yeah,
rock and
yeah,
roll,
it does. It really does.
Who wants to sit in curved
Yeah.
rows of
Right,
people?
Right. That's how it was when I saw David Byrne at the Criterion. There were
Rows?
seats.
Oh.
Row. And it was just like the weirdest thing because it was like, I know everyone here is like between my age and like up.
Yeah.
So
oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
You might be
we're
closer to
gonna
the
probably-
bottom.
Yeah,
of the
pretty
age
much.
gap.
And it's
Sitting
like,
down.
I know we're all going to dance at some point. Why are you mad at this guy for standing up while Perfume Genius is playing?
I'm
It's
just
so weird. It's
I just
so
imagine a
weird.
bunch of people with like the big shoulder pads and
Yeah.
like old
They got the
suits.
little
Yeah.
sick.
When we
He
went to
loves shoulder pads.
Yeah.
We went to that show at the Fire Lake Grand Casino, the summer. What was it? Summerland, the Everclear thing.
Yeah.
And it was, you walk into the venue, and I say venue lightly, it looked like a church.
It looked
There were
like,
just
yeah, it
seats.
looked like a do you remember the churches before the big mega churches that were the big churches of
Yeah.
our youth? That's exactly the size it was.
And you
Wow.
couldn't go up front. They wouldn't let you stand by the barricade. So you had to stand in your, even if you were front row, it was like a church service.
dude, if you were out in the aisle, they'd come up and be like, "Get back in the aisle. Got to keep these aisles clear."
Wow.
It's
They're
like-
ready for like fires and shit.
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
It was whack, man.
but it's like,
fun.
but it was Everclear, Eve 6, Space Hog, and Soul Asylum. So it's not like there wasn't any light bands. Like
Right.
these are bands that I would expect to be like sweaty armpit to face with people, but it's like, what the fuck is this? It's not a great way to see a show.
it was weird, man.
Did anyone get saved that night?
I left before altar call, so I didn't catch it.
He did dip into the tithing bucket.
Right,
though.
right, right.
Yeah, I pulled out the
Gotta buy
tithe
some
envelope
juice.
and drew some things, you know.
yeah, my most expensive show was that fucking Smashing Pumpkins show, man, and 100% worth it to me.
The last one that just came through?
Yeah.
How much was that one again?
Fucking incredible. It was like 130,
Yeah.
Okay.
140.
Yeah.
Worth
fees.
it. To
See,
be
I
that
feel like
close?
I'm on the high end because my artist is so new, and like these are more like legendary acts.
Yeah, but
Man,
you know,
man,
you
shit.
like what you like.
Yeah, but when
Yeah.
you're like Father John Misty, you have a name to back it up. Like, honestly, I've never heard any of his music.
Yo, you
I'm
should
assuming
check
it's
it
a
out.
guy.
Yeah.
But that's the
But
thing.
wait, hold on. What gave it away? Father or John?
Dude, you never know.
That's
it could
true,
be like
Steve.
that could be the name of a band.
Yeah.
You know,
That is true.
all female Norwegian, whatever. You
Like
don't
the
know.
girls from San Francisco that are all boys. Have you
Yeah.
heard about that band?
No,
Oh yeah, there's a band from San Francisco called Girls,
Mhm.
and it's like all boys.
there you go.
And then I think they got
Very
like bought out by the TV show Girls because of the name and the font.
Well, if they can buy us out for the name Boys if they want to.
I mean, look at that. It's beautiful.
It looks
There
great.
you go.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice pink and black. My two
Oh, that's.
favorite
Oh, I thought it
colors.
was white.
It's coral.
Oh, it's
Like,
the
we're
room.
just. Hey, welcome to Look at a Sign.
Just gonna transfer real well.
Yeah.
On an
Yeah.
audio format,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right. See you next week. Don's coming in. He's going to bring his favorite sign.
Yeah.
We're going to sit here and stare at it for 45 minutes.
Sounds like a ball.
Boring. The worst podcast ever.
Show and tell for an audio podcast.
Damn,
Oh,
could you
wow.
imagine that? But they used to do that with radio, like in the 40s.
Oh,
Theater
yeah.
of the mind.
Yeah, get the
Yeah.
imagination moving. You know,
Sounds dope.
I'll bring in
sure.
a gift.
Ours are going away, man. I feel like imagination is dying with everything being right in front of you all the time.
Yeah,
I know that's going to make me sound like an old man, but I remember the days when you couldn't look anything up on your phone.
No.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
the days of MapQuest and
Yeah.
printing out maps
Oh, yeah.
to go to like
Right.
Dallas or Austin
That
or, you know,
shit's
friend's
terrible.
house.
And
We
there's
should've
always
just bought
terrible
maps.
directions too.
yeah, because it doesn't have any like accident updates because you printed that shit last month.
Now,
your
yeah,
Right.
now Waze gives you up to date by the second.
yeah,
like-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did
red
your
dots
parents
and shit.
ever have like a map in the car?
I
Like
got one in my car.
an atlas, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, is an atlas only if it's like a shitload of maps?
Yeah, a road atlas has like it's not just like a state. It's like
like the states around
states
it, right?
and then the country and then the states around. Yeah, like
Yeah, and
ways
all
to
the
go
like
through.
main interstates, not to get fucked up and shit.
Okay.
and the atlas has like even side streets and shit. Too.
When I was a kid, I would see like a road atlas, and I remember like being in the car with my grandpa, and I'd be looking at this and I'm like, "This is so cool." And now that I look back, I'm like, "This is fucking lame. Like, this is fucking boring."
I was so intimidated as a map as a kid. Like it's not the actual reading of it that was part of it, but it was the folding back.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna fuck this up.
I'm gonna rip it right in the middle somehow.
But you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time.
You never get those jokers folded, you know? As
You just
hard as
can't
you
get it
try.
folded. I do like the XY axis though. You find it's like H8. It's like, yeah, H8, and you find your city. Oh, there's H, there's 8. Oh, there's Seminole. We're 3 hours away or whatever, you know?
You get that little key at the bottom, shows the distance.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't do the math. And I couldn't do the math or the measurement. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
What are you going to measure with? It's not like you had a
My
fucking
finger
ruler.
or something? Like, I don't, like, that's what I thought. Like, I'm
Yeah,
a maniac.
in between knuckles, the gap
Yeah,
between
this
knuckles.
this is definitely 1,700 miles for sure. Like,
Yeah, but you look at a map like, oh, it's like super close. No, it's like fucking 5.
Oh, no, I had a hangnail. It's actually a little further than I thought.
damn.
If someone like had a gun to my head and was like, use this map or I'm gonna kill you, I'd be done.
Yeah,
I'd be
man.
toast. Like, be like, bro, I'm not even gonna try. Just like, peace. Like, can I get a phone call? There's no way.
Dude, even with Waze or Google Maps on your phone, it's still hard.
Yeah.
Like I went to Tulsa. I go every now and then. I went not too long ago. It's hard for me to drive around Tulsa, like getting in and out.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like everything in Oklahoma City seems like it's very square. You know, everything's north, south, east, and west.
Right. Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of weaving around right when you get into Tulsa.
Tulsa's highways, they're not like Oklahoma City is like there's lines. Like you
Yeah.
can make a hashtag sign out of it pretty much.
Right.
But Tulsa's it's like a drunk person trying to make a box. Like,
Right.
Dude,
oh, it's gonna go a little bit this way, but there's only like 2 highways. It sucks, and then the exits are fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you think your exit's gonna be on the right because that's where they fucking normally are.
They're all on the
No,
left.
we got one on the left.
yeah, like, why? When you like, if you drive in Tulsa, like it sucks, and then the closer you get to downtown, the shittier it gets. Have you ever driven in downtown Tulsa?
Yeah.
One-way
times.
streets and all that
One
shit.
ways for days. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like, can
Yeah.
we? What, the streets are wide enough. We can go both ways. And yeah,
And if you don't know, you don't know until you get to that street. It's like, oh, I needed to turn right here, but I fucking can't. So I guess I'll go one up, one
go
more.
all the way around.
Or you
Yeah.
just get crazy and you turn because
Yeah.
you don't fucking pay
Oh,
attention.
you ever done it? You
Yeah,
ever?
I played Free Tulsa and just being reckless in 23, or 21, whatever
Reckless
it
in
was.
23.
Turn right up a one-way street going the opposite direction, and it's just like, all right, this is it. We're drunk.
Yeah.
We're going to jail.
Yeah, we're in.
Like this is it. Like,
we're in. We're already in the shit.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
in the shit.
Yeah.
So we got to keep going until the block turns around or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made it out. We're good. We're alive.
That's funny
Safe.
that you committed for an entire block instead of trying to
Maniacs.
whip around. You're like, no,
Like finding an
Maniacs.
alleyway or
this is
something.
me.
different.
This is the right way to drive.
But here's
I'm
the thing.
driving the right way.
You feel like like bank heist the day before you die.
Yeah.
You're just like, fuck yeah.
Fuck it.
I'm doing
doing
this.
it
Is
all the way.
illegal.
Oh,
Yeah.
if it does feel good.
You get a bit of a rush doing something bad.
Yeah. Especially it's like 3 a.m. You just played, one of your favorite shows of all time. Everyone was there. The bar was full.
Where was Free Tulsa?
In Tulsa.
No,
It was
Noted.
It was in Durant. Actually. Wow. It's a festival, right? Outdoor.
yes.
It was,
I'm just wondering,
Like
what,
the Blue Dome district area. Or
okay.
like yeah, kind of like in that area.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now-
but it's all like in the same it's all the same spot to me when I go to Tulsa.
Okay.
That-
Everything looks the same.
That festival was problematic because it was called Free Tulsa, but it was not free.
And it was not free.
Yeah.
I didn't know because I didn't pay because I
Well, you
played it.
play. You're an
Yeah.
artist. You
I'm
don't
in
pay
there.
Anything.
I didn't have to do shit.
I'm with the band.
It was called D-Fest before that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And that's
Yeah.
wasn't it free when it was D-Fest?
It was free when it was D-Fest. They changed the name to Free Tulsa. Like, now let's charge these idiots.
Yeah, we got him.
Switcheroo.
We
Yeah.
already got them to drive to Tulsa.
Right.
Yeah.
They
We-
finally
they're
made
trapped.
their way here.
Yeah.
They have no way to get out.
Yeah, let's talk about Woody Guthrie, and now you're stuck, and
Yeah.
you're stuck in Tulsa forever.
So what's going on with the band, man?
The band, I don't think I'm in Bowlsey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that band's still a band.
Yeah.
All the other bands are like dissolving faster than anything.
Like different states of the band. you
Yeah,
know?
like the beginning. Right now we're just getting that record finished, and we got an Old Blood Noise, creative video coming out, and
Oh,
a cassette
nice.
coming out in like October, I think. So
Very cool. Now, how long have you been with them?
a few years, maybe 4 or 5. I jumped in to help them finish their first record, just to like finish it for them, just like help them out, get some drums laid down.
Mhm.
And then I think we ended up writing like 2 songs, and it was like, all right, well, you want to just play in the band? So I stayed on, and now everybody like contributes and writes a lot more, and so it's a lot more fun.
Did you feel it? Like,
Yeah,
did you feel the magic?
Yeah,
You're like,
'cause
hey,
it was-
there's something here.
Here's the weird thing, because the weird thing was like, Shiraz, the rapper in the group, him and I would always run into each other. I worked at Bed Bath & Beyond, and he would come into Bed Bath & Beyond and buy like curtains or like bedding or whatever. But we always ran into each other, but we never said a word to each other.
Okay.
We just stared at each other for like 2 years.
True love.
That's a long time to look at somebody.
Yo, it was, because he was admiring my hairstyle at the time,
Mm.
and then I was admiring his fashion shirt, like his shirts and shit. And it was just like he would always come to my register. He would do his returns with me, and it was always just like this weird, like, why are we looking at each other and not like introducing ourselves?
Was it just like kind of like an unspoken kind of connection?
Yeah, it was
Like,
it's
all
like
right,
we
like,
like
we
we knew
respect
each other. Yeah, it
We're
was like
cool,
we
yeah.
might know each other eventually, or like we do know each other, but we just don't know it yet. But
What is with that? Like, we've talked about it on the podcast before. Like, there's a handful, maybe more than 2 handfuls of people that I know in the quote scene that I've never, I know their name, but I've never been introduced to them.
yeah,
And what you see each other. I know you. Oh, I've served you beer at my bar, but I don't know who you are.
And that's the most awkward
And I've known you for
space.
like 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you work at the Speakeasy?
I bartend at Speakeasy. Yeah.
Dude, wow.
Yeah.
We never even.
No, that's what I was saying. Like,
That's so
I've
crazy.
served you when your
Yeah.
band's played there.
Yeah.
We have mutual friends. We probably sat at the same fucking table.
Right.
I just never. But here's the thing, and it's not a pride thing. It's not like, well, if he's not going to introduce himself to me, it's like, what do you do? Like,
Yeah.
you can just be a gentleman. Like back in the day was like, hi, Josh, nice to meet you.
But you get
That's as
past
far
a
as you can
point.
go, I guess.
You
Yeah.
get past. It's like the acquaintance zone. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
You get past the point where it's like, well, this is just going to be fucking weird now. So I'm just going to be the guy that knows who you are, but
Yeah.
gives you the nod.
Yeah.
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 Oh, hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, dude. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's fantastic though. I like that relationship more because it's like if there's ever a party I'm at and I see faces that I recognize, it's like, all right, well, this is the chance. I'm gonna have to either like learn about you and like exchange this information, or I can just dip.
Yeah.
Be fine.
Go
But
home and
I
eat
can
my
say, "Hey, dude,"
Tony's pizza.
and like dip out. Yeah, I can get my Tony's pizza, and my rubberly flaps of super thin pizza, diced pepperonis.
I know a lot of people like that. It's fun. That's what kind of fun thing about doing this podcast is like Josh is kind of the like face. He's like the social person, and I'm not. You know, I just don't go out that much. And it's like Josh knows everybody. Everybody knows Josh, but like I'll see people in public that I know listen to the show because they have like commented.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'll see them in public
yeah,
and it's just the nod. It's like, oh, that's what that guy looks like.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting that right now.
Yeah.
With the radio, it's like I'll see it on someone's Instagram, like they're listening, and I'm just like, oh, hey, cool, that's tight, and try to like see them in public, and it's like, no, I don't know you, bro. Like, wait.
But you listen
know
to
that
my
voice.
show.
Yeah, you listen to me talk, bro.
Yeah, man.
I play music for you on the weekends.
Especially on this podcast, it's like, dude, you've heard about my asshole. You know, like, you know me intimately.
Yeah.
I have shared some repugnant shit about myself on
Yeah.
here. Like, you know a lot about me. And that's a couple thousand people have said like, man, I know a lot about you.
Yeah.
Like a whole lot about you. It's like, well, because I'm an open book, man.
right.
Welcome.
And- yeah.
Welcome. Hey, let me
Get
clear
that
a seat
knowledge
for you. Yeah. I love you.
Open it up. It's bleached.
I'm in between bleachings at the moment.
Oh god! Is a bleached asshole like getting your hair cut, like after or your hair dyed, and after a while the roots start to show? Do you get that
That's
little
where
root-
I'm at
like
right
like
now.
a tree ring of like
Yeah, you're just like, oh shit.
I imagine it's a little more painful.
Yeah.
Like
Little
it's gotta
burning.
hurt,
No,
right?
no, no. I'm saying like,
it's
when, your hair
gotta
starts,
hurt.
when your hair starts to grow back out and you get the roots
Yeah.
on the butthole, is it like brown bleach?
Yeah.
You know,
like little thin, like blonde hairs,
Yeah,
like all of a
straight-
sudden, and like little brown hairs at the bottom. Like,
I'd like to hope that every bleached asshole in the world is also a bare asshole.
yeah.
Yeah.
There is not going to be hair. If you're bleaching your asshole, you're shaving or waxing your
But
asshole.
isn't that like a false narrative?
What
Because
do you
like
mean?
people shave their other parts, but don't shave their fronts. Why would you shave your butt if you don't shave your front?
That is true.
Like
I
if-
shave it all, man.
Yeah,
I
laser. You don't laser, do you?
No, Bic.
Bic.
Yeah,
that
twin.
sounds.
Bic twin.
That sounds scary.
No, I don't. I have.
I was like, dude, just like 2 razor blades on your asshole.
One of those, like-
Yeah.
sounds
like you're like a
dude,
like
you're
a,
a sneeze away from a torn
you're
asshole.
an extra in Oz or some shit.
I was like,
Like,
didn't I see you in the first Saw movie?
Dude, okay. So I had a girlfriend back in the day. She would shave her genitalia.
Her front.
And when we'd
like
take a
that.
shower together, and she was shaving her front, and the way she shaved it scared the ever loving shit out
Just
of me.
super fast.
You know, she's like, whoosh, whoosh. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What I'm shaving, like, but you're shaving it, like not shaving around it, like lips.
Yeah.
Just like
Straight up.
She's like, just getting. I got to get everywhere. I'm like, good fucking god. Again, you were a sneeze away
Yeah.
from that just being a mess.
Like
Yeah.
a slip. All I gotta do is turn around by accident, like bump you, and that's it. Like,
yeah.
yeah, like
Bloods.
if you were to have slipped in the shower, you know,
yeah.
done.
Blood on the leaves. That's nasty.
Just
Oh,
at,
God.
at the rate of speed as well. Like no, when I shave my balls, it's like, ooh,
You ever
taking some
cut?
time out. Oh yeah,
I
it
cut myself
bleeds.
like 2 weeks ago. It sucked.
Bad.
It's the worst.
Just a towel. She came in the bathroom and was like, "What the hell happened?" And I was like, "I mean, you know, I shaved my face, but yeah, I can't."
Well, see, I do this. I nicked myself. Where?
I nicked my sack.
Not gonna show you. I'm not gonna show you.
Nicked my
God.
sack.
The dark side of my sack. You know, the
Oh.
back of
Yeah,
the front. You know.
Trying to be clean, yo.
Dude.
No, see, I have a hierarchy where I demote my razors, not straight razors, but like electric razors.
Yeah.
So like I've got the lowercase razor and the
Yeah.
uppercase razor,
Right.
you know, and
One that doesn't go below the belt.
right, and then yeah, as the one wears out, I just demote it,
Mhm.
get a new one for the face.
Like the
That
melon
sounds
shoe.
scary. Like, what if it pulls and shit?
It has pulled.
Damn.
It has pulled.
It has pulled.
Yeah, it hasn't sliced though.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
I mean, it's-
your classic like barber razor. I'm doing
Yeah.
the barber razor thing
Well, no,
here.
and you have your different your guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if a little flap or fold or
Right.
wrinkle.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Just
Gets in the little pinchy.
between the teeth.
Oh, that is scary.
That's terrifying.
Dude.
Because it's just like, what if it doesn't stop bleeding?
Well, eventually it has to, right?
Oh,
But if it doesn't,
can you imagine how much blood flow is down in your
Yeah.
genital
I'm
region?
calling Josh like, dude, we gotta rob that bank. I don't got much time left.
You just showed us like just
This is it. This is that day,
just
yo.
surrounding your nuts.
Gotta
like
get that
that-
surgery done.
I'm just leaving a snail trail of blood behind me. He went that way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oof.
Dude.
Well, Don, any closing thoughts? We got to wrap it up here soon, man. That's a
All
good
right.
thing to end it on, I think.
Yeah.
We're done talking about sex?
Yeah.
Where can people hear your band?
You can hear us at bowlseymusic.bandcamp.com. We don't have any upcoming shows just yet, but once the record is out, sometime late October, be on the lookout for some music videos and listen to me on the radio.
Yes, at thespyfm.com, Friday nights from
At
11 to 12.
11 to 12.
I feel like we barely scratched the surface
Yeah.
of our nuts.
No, definitely.
Collectively.
Because you got the dole razor.
The
You
electric,
get that Mach
Gotta
3,
get
bro.
that, get that shit. Yeah, no more 2 Bics.
the
Big
gas-powered
twins.
weed whacker. Wait, that's what I call them.
Oh, 2 Bics Robbie?
The big
damn.
twins.
The
Oh,
big
the big
twins.
We'll definitely have to get you back, man.
Oh my God.
Maybe come back on when your album comes out or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure,
Thank you.
and thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week.
Bye.